Welcome, my modern and unstoppable seniors. Have you ever noticed how, as we age, our bodies go through changes that can sometimes catch us by surprise? Maybe it's the way your joints don't feel as nimble as they used to, or how your posture isn't quite as strong as before. Well, one of the most important things we can do as we age is keep our bones strong and healthy. You might be thinking, well, bones are just bones, right? But in reality, our bones play a much bigger role in our lives than we often realize, especially as we get older. You see, maintaining healthy bones is one of the keys to staying active, independent, and confident. But what happens when our bones start to weaken? One of the most common conditions that can affect us as we age is osteoporosis, a condition where bones become brittle and fragile, increasing the risk of fractures. And while this might sound scary, the good news is that it doesn't have to be an inevitable part of aging. With the right steps, we can strengthen our bones and lower our risk of osteoporosis, and that's exactly what we're going to talk about today. So, whether you're already feeling the effects of aging or you want to take action before anything happens, stick with me. I'm going to share a few powerful strategies that are not only easy to follow, but also backed by science. And by the end of this video, I promise you'll feel more confident about protecting your bones and your overall health. Trust me, you won't want to miss a single tip today. Let's start with something simple. Food. Yes, what we eat plays a huge role in keeping our bones strong. You might already know that calcium is important for bone health, but there's more to the story than just dairy products. Calcium is a mineral that helps form our bones, and it's essential for keeping them strong. But here's the thing, our bodies can't absorb calcium properly without vitamin D. So, when we talk about foods that support bone health, we have to mention both calcium and vitamin D together. Foods like leafy green vegetables, fortified cereals, and fish like salmon and mackerel are excellent sources of calcium. But if you're not a big fan of fish or leafy greens, don't worry. There are plenty of other options. Did you know that fortified orange juice and plant-based milks like almond or soy milk can also give you a good dose of calcium? Getting enough calcium through food is a great way to ensure your bones stay strong. And don't forget about vitamin D. You'll often find vitamin D in fatty fish, eggs, and fortified foods like milk and cereal. Now, let's move on to something equally important: exercise. I know. Sometimes the thought of exercise might sound a little daunting, especially as we age. But the truth is, exercise is one of the best things you can do to support bone health. In fact, weight-bearing exercises are particularly important because they help stimulate bone formation. What does that mean in simple terms? It means that exercises like walking, hiking, dancing, or even gardening can actually help keep your bones strong. These types of activities put pressure on your bones, which encourages them to stay dense and resilient. And here's something I want you to keep in mind. It doesn't have to be intense. You don't need to start running marathons or lifting heavy weights to get the benefits. In fact, even gentle movements can make a big difference over time. Walking is one of the easiest ways to get started, and it's something many of us already do every day. The key is consistency. Just make it a part of your daily routine, even if it's only for 20 or 30 minutes a day. But it's not just about the weight-bearing exercises. Another type of exercise that's excellent for bone health is balance and flexibility training. As we age, we start to lose some of our balance, and that's one of the reasons why falls become more common. By doing exercises like Tai Chi or yoga, we can improve our balance, increase flexibility, and reduce the risk of falling, something that can be particularly important when it comes to protecting our bones. So far, we've covered the importance of eating the right foods and doing the right exercises. But there's another factor that might surprise you: sun exposure. Yes, believe it or not, spending a little time in the sun each day is essential for healthy bones. Our bodies make vitamin D when our skin is exposed to sunlight, and as I mentioned earlier, vitamin D is crucial for calcium absorption. So, when you're out for a walk or enjoying the fresh air, you're not just boosting your mood, you're helping your bones too. I know that too much sun can be harmful, so it's important to be mindful of how long you're in the sun and use sunscreen when necessary. But just a little bit of sun exposure, especially during the warmer months, can go a long way in supporting your bone health. Now that we've talked about food, exercise, and sun exposure, let's take a moment to think about the bigger picture. Maintaining healthy bones is not just about doing one thing and forgetting about the rest. It's about creating a well-rounded, balanced lifestyle. So, as we move forward, let's keep these tips in mind because there's more we can do to protect our bones, and I can't wait to share the next strategies with you, my modern and unstoppable seniors. In the first part of our bone health journey, we covered the basics, the foods you should be eating, the exercises that keep your bones strong, and the importance of getting a little sunshine. But guess what? There's still so much more we can do to support our bones as we age. Let's dive into some other crucial strategies that are not only going to help you protect your bones, but also improve your overall quality of life. First up, bone strengthening supplements. I know supplements can sometimes be a bit confusing, but they can be very helpful, especially if you're not getting enough of certain nutrients from food alone. One of the most common supplements people turn to for bone health is calcium. It's important to remember that your body needs more than just calcium for strong bones. It also needs vitamin D to absorb the calcium properly, and magnesium plays a key role in bone density too. You might want to consider a daily supplement that includes all three to make sure you're covering your bases. But before you add any supplements to your routine, it's always a good idea to talk to your doctor to make sure they're right for you. Now, let's talk about bone density tests. As we age, it becomes even more important to keep track of our bone health. A bone density test is a simple and painless way to measure the strength of your bones and help identify any early signs of osteoporosis. Your doctor may recommend this test, especially if you're at higher risk. Knowing your bone density score can help guide decisions about treatment and lifestyle changes to prevent fractures and bone loss in the future. If you haven't had a bone density test yet, it might be something to consider so you can stay on top of your health. Another powerful tool in protecting your bones is avoiding smoking and excessive alcohol consumption. We all know that smoking is bad for our health in general, but did you know that it can also weaken your bones? Smoking reduces blood flow to the bones and decreases bone density, which can make them more prone to fractures. And while a glass of wine with dinner might not seem harmful, drinking too much alcohol can interfere with bone-building processes and cause bone loss over time. It's important to remember that small, consistent changes can make a big difference in how your bones respond as you age. Speaking of small changes, let's talk about posture. As we get older, our posture can start to change, especially if we spend a lot of time sitting or if we're not conscious of how we hold our bodies. Poor posture can put extra stress on your spine and joints, which can lead to discomfort and bone issues over time. To counteract this, try focusing on standing up straight, keeping your shoulders back, and engaging your core. A simple posture check throughout the day can go a long way in preventing strain on your bones and muscles. And here's a tip I want to share with you: hydration. Keeping your body hydrated is not just about staying energized or feeling good throughout the day. It's also essential for bone health. Dehydration can lead to the thinning of the bone matrix, which can cause bones to become more fragile. So, be sure to drink plenty of water throughout the day to keep your body functioning at its best, and your bones will thank you for it. Lastly, I want to touch on something that often gets overlooked: stress management. High levels of stress can lead to the production of cortisol, a hormone that, when elevated for long periods, can negatively affect bone health. Chronic stress can weaken bones by interfering with the body's ability to absorb calcium, and it can also affect sleep, which is crucial for bone repair and regeneration. Finding ways to relax and manage stress, whether through deep breathing, meditation, or hobbies you enjoy, can have a powerful impact on maintaining healthy bones. So, there you have it. These additional strategies are essential for creating a holistic approach to bone health. It's not just about eating right and exercising. It's about adopting a well-rounded lifestyle that supports your bones and overall well-being. By following these tips, you're taking charge of your health and helping ensure that you stay strong, independent, and active for years to come. But before we wrap up, let's talk about one final point to help you make the most of your bone health journey: staying proactive. The more you do now to take care of your bones, the less you'll have to worry about in the future. Whether it's incorporating these strategies into your daily routine, checking in with your doctor, or simply staying informed, you're doing the best thing possible for your long-term health. All right, my modern and unstoppable seniors, we've covered a lot so far in our journey to stronger bones. We've explored key strategies like bone-strengthening foods, exercises, supplements, and even the importance of checking in with your doctor through bone density tests. But before we close the chapter on this topic, I want to share a few final tips and wrap everything up into one clear message for you. First tip: consistency is key. It's not about making huge changes overnight. It's about small, consistent habits that add up over time. Whether you're getting your daily dose of calcium, sticking to your exercise routine, or just making sure you're drinking enough water, keeping these habits steady will set you up for success. It's easy to get overwhelmed with all the information out there, but remember that small steps taken consistently will build strong bones, and more importantly, a strong you. Second tip: listen to your body. As we age, it's important to stay in tune with how our bodies feel. If you're feeling extra sore after a workout, it might be time to take a break or modify your routine. If you notice any unusual pain or discomfort in your bones or joints, it's important to speak with your doctor. They can help you determine the cause and guide you on the best course of action. Taking care of yourself means listening to the signals your body is sending and adjusting as needed. Now, let's talk about one more vital habit that can make a big difference in your bone health: getting enough sleep. I know we've touched on this briefly before, but it's so crucial that I want to emphasize it once more. Your bones don't just need nutrients and exercise to stay strong, they need recovery too. Sleep is when your body rebuilds and repairs, and that includes your bones. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep each night to give your body the time it needs to rest and regenerate. If you're having trouble sleeping, talk to your doctor or try creating a calming nighttime routine to help you wind down. Finally, I want to leave you with this: you're never too old to take charge of your bone health. No matter where you are on your journey, it's never too late to make changes that will benefit your bones for years to come. The power is in your hands. By continuing to learn, staying proactive, and taking small steps every day, you'll be able to support your bones, prevent injuries, and live your best life with strength and vitality. That's a wrap, my friends. Thank you for joining me on this deep dive into bone health. I hope you feel empowered to make bone healthy choices every day. Remember, this is just the beginning of your wellness journey, and I'm here to support you every step of the way. Stay active, stay healthy, and above all, stay unstoppable. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more tips on living your healthiest life. And, as always, feel free to share this with others who might benefit from these bone-strengthening tips. Until next time, my modern and unstoppable seniors, take care and stay strong.